Thin skins are typically easier to remove and the glue doesn't seep through the thin skin very much. So with this, I'm going to remove from the hairline with a little bit of alcohol if you want to use an alternative method or if you have any reactions to C22. You can also use a little bit of olive oil or coconut oil to remove the systems also if you want to use something a little bit more natural. Then you're going to start to peel your thin skin back, and again, make sure to do it gently, not to overstretch the system, because this will spread the holes in the system and you can lose hair. And that's the worst thing. We don't want that system to shed. Once it's been removed, I am going to spray this with some C22. You can also use the products I've mentioned earlier. You leave it sit for 10 minutes and then you start to shampoo. To remove the glue from my scalp, I'm going to use a little bit of C22, but again, you can use any of the alternative methods or products that I had mentioned earlier to help remove that nice and easy. I prefer C22 because it removes it quickly. If you have any trouble, just like I mentioned about the lace system, you can leave it on your scalp for 1 to 2 minutes. If it's a natural product, you can leave it on for 5 to 10, just to make sure you get easy removal. Before we wash with the thin skin, we also want to make sure that we spot check. So we spray a little bit more C22 and we massage that in gently with our hands, making sure that we're not stretching that thin skin because we don't want it to shed or to lose any hair. We also don't want to tear the system. Once that's done, we're going to take a very soft fluffy towel and start to rub the C22 and the glue off the top of the system. Once we've rubbed all the C22 and most of the glue off, if you see any residue, I always recommend using a little bit of alcohol. So you can spritz this on the system, take your soft towel again and rub off the rest of the glue off the hair system. Once we have removed all the glue, we are going to start to wet down the hair system. Then we are going to take just a normal shampoo. A moisturizing shampoo is fine because we want it to be nice and gentle on our base. We're going to rub that in, massage it and get rid of any other residue on the hair system or any dirt or grime to make sure that we get it right off. Once that's on, we are going to turn the system around and you can see the hair on the other side is quite dry. And that's when I say usually the hair will not come through the base of the system if you turn the hair system around, upside down, or wash it that way. Once we have done that, we are going to take the hair system, wet it down again, and use conditioner. The reason I'm using conditioner first is because there's some styling product in here and I want to make sure that I get it out easily without pulling on the hair system. Once I've rinsed the conditioner out, I'm then going to shampoo it with some moisturizing or color safe shampoo and I'm going to comb it through with a brush. I'm very gentle doing this because I don't want to tear out any hair, and you make sure that if you come across any snags, you brush it from the ends, working it your way to the base of the system. Once that's done, we are going to turn our system around again and we are going to add a little bit more shampoo. For the second shampoo, I prefer to use a detox shampoo, or if you really want, you can use dishwashing soap, just in case there is any heavy buildup from sweat or anything else on the system. You are not going to wet it down this time, you are just going to spread it onto the system, rub it around, place it on the dome and let it sit for 5 minutes. Once that's done, we're going to take it off and rinse it again. You can see now the system is absolutely squeaky clean and all we have to do is add a bit of conditioner. We're going to just turn the system around, even though we don't really have to, but I always like to be careful, and we're going to add that conditioner. You don't have to use much, just apply it to the ends and you can use a comb or a brush to do this. For this system, I wanted to dry naturally, so I take the dome that Lordhair had provided and I also take a towel. I place the towel on top of the dome, then I take my thin skin system and place it on top of the dome. I pat the hair dry and just leave it be and let it dry au naturel.